All right, guys, you were right there towards the end of the game, had a 1 point lead for something to go. They made it difficult for you to, build that lead in the last 5 minutes. What did you kind of see in the final minutes of that game?
Just our execution down the stretch. We didn't really execute offensively like we needed to. We got to take care of the ball. That's slow. That's partly on me as a point guard and leader of the team. I got to do better in my job, taking care of the ball and helping the team execute down the stretch.
Did they impose their will on you those last few minutes?
They're a very good team. They executed. I mean, they're top of the conference for a reason, and I feel like down the stretch we had a chance with a 1 point lead going into the under 4 media. Just really came down to our execution offensively and getting stops on the defensive end as well.
In a game that's close to the very end, and then you hear the stat 1 for 19 from 3-point range. Just what's your reaction to that?
Not too worried about that. I mean, obviously we gotta hit our shots, take our open shots when they're available, continue to take them. But we believe in our shooters and our teammates all the time. So I know like on the offensive end they'll start falling. We just gotta continue to hang our hats on the defensive end and do better with getting stops.
You guys also struggled with turnovers tonight, 22 on the night. What were some of the miscommunications, some of the passes were wrong?
Their defense was just very aggressive, and I think to a certain extent, some of us was just unprepared for that aggressiveness. We went over it a lot in practice and film and everything, but you could tell their defense just kind of startled us from the jump. And we had, I think, I don't even know what the turnover count was in the first half. I think we had 13. And like I said, it just startled us from the jump of the game. So we got to do better on that, preparing ourselves. Coach do a great job preparing us before the game. We just got to prepare ourselves.
Kind of building on that, though, you guys were able to stay in the game despite the miscues. What does that say about where you guys are at and the opportunities that you've had, and maybe what's something here in conference play?
It was just the adjustments throughout the game. We made adjustments throughout the game. Like I said, they started us right away, and then we adjusted. Our focus was turned up a lot. We made adjustments on the ball screens, how far down the bigs rolled or something like that. So there was just a lot of adjustments that we needed to make against a very aggressive defensive team like that. So it's just about adjustments.
When you talk about failing to execute, what's most frustrating about that? Because you've been in so many games, and I hear you guys say that over and over again, that failure to execute, especially in the waning minutes.
I would say failure to execute is kind of a tough way to put it. I feel like this game you could tell we just missed shots. There's a lot of missed shots there's a lot of shots that we just missed. A lot of shots that we want those people taking. Marcellus Avery, Darius Johnson, Jalen Sellers, we want those guys taking those shots. I feel like this is one of the lesser games where it was failure to execute. Like I said, it was just missed shots. There wasn't really too many defensive screw-ups, offensive screw-ups, anything like that. It was just, like I said, missed shots. So I wouldn't consider this a failure to execute game. We just couldn't put the ball in the basket.
Demarr, you've been contributing a lot more the last 3 games. Are you getting more comfortable with this team and this system? What's kind of led to that?
I would definitely say our captains. Our captains, give me our captain Shemarri Allen here and Darius Johnson and the coaching staff and the whole team really. But this is definitely one of my main guys to go to in practice and film and scout. And they just give me confidence to go out there and do what I do. At the beginning of the season, I was kind of hesitant to go for the rebound, go for the layup, go get the steal, whatever. But as you can see, I'm a little more on my toes now. So it's just the confidence that the team gives me.
In the beginning of the game, they showed a lot more, but they were running a trap defense where one of you guys would catch the ball in the corner of the elbow, and they would just have 2 guys come double team you, force you to make a bad throw. How did you guys scheme around that, and how was that affecting your game?
I feel like Coach prepared as well. Like he told us on the sidelines, they be ready for the traps to come. So just knowing like what we had to do offensively, execute, like getting it out of our guards' hands quick, and forcing them to play scramble basketball was our main objective.
Do you think they succeeded in their trap defense and the amount of turnovers they caused?
I feel like they did a really good job. That's a very good defensive team, like Coach said, and they had a lot of ball pressure on and denying the wings, different things like that. So I'm pretty sure they hang their hats on the defensive end, which is why they're a great defensive team.
You'll have a couple more ranked opponents coming up, and then the Big 12 tournament. How important is it to finish out strong in the regular season?
It's very important to finish out very strong. We have Houston coming in here Wednesday, so just flipping the switch and preparing for Houston is our main goal. We know they're another great defensive team, so we have to be prepared and locked in starting like tomorrow.
Aside from the missed three-pointers, in the final 5 minutes of the game, you guys really failed to score. I think it was like around a 4-minute 50 drought. What happened in that sense that they just stepped up on defense, or you guys were just failing to hit your shots?
I'll kind of revert back to what I said before. It wasn't, failure to execute or anything like that. We got a great team, great guys. Coach drew up perfect plays to get, people open shots in their favorite spots, whatever you want to call it. And it's just making that shot. At the end of the day, we put ourselves in that position to be tied with 4 minutes left, or be up one or down one with 4 minutes left. So it's not about them making that shot. It's about what we can do the rest of the 36 minutes of the game.
In a situation like that where you're in a scoring drought, do you feel a sense of urgency to get a basket going because you know the time is coming down?
You kind of do feel a sense of urgency, but our urgency as a team, as a group, what Coach Doc is instilling in us is to get stops on the defensive end. If we don't score that, you can't score.
All right, you guys all set? Perfect.
Thanks a lot,
Thank you
guys.
so much. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Maybe this is out of topic, but what keeps you motivated minute by minute during the game when you see when you're so close and maybe you're one down or maybe you're down up? Like, what keeps you motivated, guys?
I think just the energy from our fans, our teammates, getting stops defensively keeps us motivated. Like when we get multiple stops in a row, I feel like that gets us going on the offensive end, knowing like, all right, we holding them from scoring on top of us, like getting easy baskets, at layups, dunks, different things like that, open threes. I feel like that is what motivates us to keep going.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Appreciate it. Thanks,
Thank you guys.